So for materials, you'll need a boxed cake. I went with red velvet, water, oil, eggs, and for frosting, I bought store-bought 2 containers of vanilla frosting, red food color, jam, and strawberries are optional. You will also need a spoon, a piping tip, and a Ziploc bag. You will also need a mixing bowl, a cake pan with a fitted parchment sheet, a dome-shaped oven-safe bowl, and butter. You'll need a whisk, a pastry brush, a cake spatula, scissors, and a normal spatula. The next thing you have to do is beat the eggs. You can also do this with an electric mixer. Now that you're done beating your eggs, you can add in the oil, and then you add your water. Now you whisk it all together with your eggs. Now that you're done whisking, it's time to add your cake mix. Be sure to follow the directions on your cake box and make your cake accordingly. And then you just add it in slowly. Now you whisk it with your whisk. So now that I am done mixing the cake batter, I'm going to need a cake pan, which is the same size as a dome or an oven-safe bowl. Make sure it is the same size so the layers will fit. I also need cut-out parchment for my cake pan that fits at the bottom. And now I'm going to grease both the cake pan and the dome. Now I'm splitting the batter between the oven-safe bowl and the cake pan. So my cake batters are split between the oven-safe bowl and the cake pan in half, and I'm ready to bake them. So I'm gonna bake them at 350 for 35 minutes. Please bake your cake according to the instructions on your cake box. So we're going to prepare our frosting while the cake is baking in the oven. So I'm using store-bought frosting. So I'm just putting the frosting into the bowl here. So since I'm using white frosting, I'm gonna put in 2 drops of food coloring, red food coloring, to make it pink. So now I'm gonna mix it. And if you need to add more, you can add more to make it, but it has to be a light pink color. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to make our jam thin by adding 1 tablespoon of water to it and then microwaving it for 10 seconds. So now that your cakes have cooled completely after about 20 to 30 minutes, you want to take the one that you used in the pan and put that one first on your display tray and peel off the parchment. You Then apply frosting. Now that you have finished frosting, this part is optional, but you can just put strawberries on top. Now you're gonna take your dome layer and plop it onto the bottom layer of your cake. Now you frost the entire thing and put it in the refrigerator to chill for 20 minutes. Oh, now it's out of the refrigerator. You have to cut your cake, and you're just gonna cut it into an oval shape and cut the ends off like so. So the next thing you have to do is you can use a Ziploc bag for piping, and you just cut a very small tip on the corner. Then you put your piping tip inside and through the hole. Then you put your piping bag into a cup to make it easier to put the frosting in. Now you just put your frosting into the piping bag. So for the piping, you're gonna start by doing a solid line right across the middle of the brain cake. And then you're gonna do zigzags on either side of it. Then you do up and down swirls on the side of the brain cake. And then you do some finishing touches. So the last step is to use jam and drizzle it over the top. You can either drizzle it, use a pastry brush, or a syringe. And that's how you make a brain cake.